Do you know what the top 5 easy locations to get an ATM business are? Stay at the end of the video. I'm going to share with you what those are. Hi, I'm Phil from PDQ Merch Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, and we help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Always remember, here at the ATM Mastermind group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Without further ado, the top 5 easy locations to get when you're in the ATM business. Easy location number 1. This is the easiest location to get, is Barber Shops. Very simple. 90% of the barber shops I walk into do not have ATMs. Because of the change in regulations, these guys are always looking for cash now. They're not doing a lot of the cash apps. They're not doing Venmo or PayPal. They're starting to do a lot of cash. And these are easy locations to get. They're a pretty good location in most market. Again, you got to know what you look for. Always look for 6 or more chairs. I like to prefer 10 because now you know it's going to be a good location because there's a lot of action. But these are good locations. They're also easy locations to get. Second easiest location to get is Tatoo Parlors, because most of the time you're going to have a guy who owns a tattoo shop, and then what he's doing is he's contracting out to third-party tattoo artists. Just like in the barber shops, the barber owns the store, he's cutting hair, and then he rents out each chair, so it'll be individual guys, private contractors. Same thing with the tattoo place. You're going to have one artist that owns the shop, and then he's going to have, or she's going to have, 4 or 5 or 6 different artists. Sometimes they do piercing in there. So there's other people in there, and they're all private contractors. So this is a nice situation where you guys put an ATM and it's cash intensive. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. The 5 things you need to know to start a profitable ATM business so you can have a passive income source for your family. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Number 3, another easy location to get is laundromats. A lot of times it's a coin-only laundromat, cash-only laundromat. The only challenge with the laundromat is if there isn't an attendant on site, it becomes very hard to get a hold of the owner. If there's a tenant on site, usually they're taking in laundry. People can go to the laundromat, drop off their laundry. The lady, usually most of the time it's ladies, they can do your laundry, then you can come and pick it up. Sometimes they have a dry cleaning service there too. If they don't have that, it becomes a little harder to get a hold of the owner. And most of those ladies in those stores, they're not going to give up the owner's information that easy. So getting to the owner could be a challenge, but sometimes those are owner operators. The owners are there for a period of time in the morning, and then they turn it over to a lady or somebody else in the afternoon. So you got to know what you're looking for. But laundromat's a great location, easy to get, just because once you walk in, you see there's an ATM, you can walk out. But there's a lot of laundromats that don't have ATMs. As long as there's a tenant there or somebody to talk to, it becomes very easy to get that ATM. Number 4, bars, because it's always a spot that people need cash. Most bars throughout the country now have some kind of gaming in there, or they have pull tabs, or they're doing something where they need cash. Even if they take credit cards, if they have gaming machines, they need cash. So this is a nice situation for us in the ATM business. And the bar owner, most of the time the bar owner works the bar. So owner operator, they're there usually in the morning, easy to talk to, they need cash. This could be a good spot for you guys to put ATMs. That's how we built our business, to starting in the bar market. It became very easy to target that market. But if the owner is an absentee owner, then it becomes hard. And calling a bar owner on the phone is not going to work because they're never there, even though the owner is going to be there most of the time. Point number 5 is convenience stores. Convenience stores are easy because the owner is usually always on property. But convenience stores are one of the first ones to usually get targeted to put an ATM. So it's as soon as they open up, most of the time there's going to be an ATM in right away. Now, convenience stores might not be a high volume location. It depends on how big of the convenience store. If it's a big store, they're going to be high volume. A little store may not be as high volume, but it might be easier to get an ATM in there because it's going to be owner operated. Now, one of the toughest locations, I'm just going to preface this, one of the toughest locations is to get dispensaries. Those are very tough just because usually it's a well-organized machine who owns a dispensary. Usually there's 2 or 3 or 4 partners. It's harder to get to the partners, so it becomes very tough to get a dispensary, and they're high volume locations. So you're going to have a million people fighting for those. If you can land one, they're hands down the best location in the ATM business, but it's also one of the toughest. It's because it's the best. So gave you the easy ones. There's a lot of tough ones: strip clubs, casinos, gaming parlors. Those are tough because of the sheer magnitude of people trying to fight for those locations. But if you're starting an ATM business, start with the ones I gave you because you can get those ATMs in those locations applications, get your feet wet, and start to make some money in the ATM business. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, I want to share with you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, where I share with you the 5 things you need to know to start a profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time with your family. So if you're interested, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from PDQ Merch Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you for making us #1 on YouTube, and check us out on Rumble.